So it's Thursday evening. I've just watched the coverage what the IFL TV did today from the press conference. So yeah, good work from those guys. And we watched the press conference involving Dillian, Whyte, Brian Minto, Anthony Joshua, Gary Cornish. And the one thing this press conference has served me to do is to make me really excited for the Joshua Dillian Whyte fight that's hopefully taking place in September. For some reason, Dillian Whyte is one of these characters, and you do get them in boxing, but Dillian Whyte is one of these characters, and when he talks, I kind of just believe him. He's got this kind of authenticity to him, he's got this raw feel, and he kind of is so to the point, he's so open with his thought process. You kind of buy into what he's saying. And in his interview afterwards, I think Coogan from IFL TV said something like, Joshua said you were lucky to be on his undercard, and Dillian said, well, Joshua's lucky not to be in prison for dealing drugs. You know, he's just a very entertaining, upfront guy. And, you know, the way he was talking today's press conference, if you haven't already watched it, I recommend checking it out. He said that basically Gary Cornish was an absolute joke and that the fight wouldn't last one round. He said that Gary Cornish was no test for Anthony Joshua at all. And then he started saying how he was going to really mess Joshua up when they fight in December, and you could tell Joshua was getting vexed. You know, he didn't stray from his sort of gentle giant Frank Bruno sports personality of the year persona, but yeah, Dillian Whyte is going to be a real character in the build up to this, and I expect him to come through against Brian Minto. I expect that his predictions about the Anthony Joshua Gary Cornish fight will be well founded, and yeah, this build up, I think Eddie Hearn mentioned they're going to do a press conference for it next week, Joshua versus Whyte, if both guys come through their fights, and this is going to get really entertaining. Tommy Gilmore, Gary Cornish's manager, says that Gary Cornish has been badly disrespected and badly overlooked in the run up to this fight. You know, he's a bigger guy than Joshua, he's undefeated as a pro, he's undefeated as an amateur, and no one's given him any chance whatsoever. You know, Gary Cornish himself, I saw his interview, I saw his performance at the press conference. This guy has got less charisma than a packet of cards. You know, he really isn't, you know, let's hope he doesn't beat Joshua, because if we got to sit through 3 or 4 more big fight build-ups with this guy involved, it's not going to be very entertaining viewing. But, you know, maybe Gilmore's got a fair point that he's got a man coming with ambition who's been completely overlooked. But from what I hear, from what Dillian Whyte's saying, it's going to be a one-round job for Anthony Joshua. You know, I did a video on that fight last night or the night before, so check it out on my channel if you want my more in-depth thoughts. But yeah, press conference today was very entertaining. Check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, it's getting me seriously hyped for Joshua Dillian Whyte. As the fight's developed, I've got more and more on the Whyte bandwagon, and now we're sitting here September. I'm viewing it as a genuine 50-50. I really am. I really am. Dillian Whyte is, you know, talking a really good game, and I look forward to see his performance this weekend against Brian Minto. And let's see, maybe he'll do more than talk a good game. Let me know your thoughts. How did you see the press conference today? How did you see the build-up so far? Many thanks for watching.